Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, I'm Istiwa Nuril Aini from English Language Education Department of Islamic University SUNAN AMPEL Surabaya. I'm from Class C, Linguistics and Literature. Okay, right now I would like to explain about three materials, including the first one is about the meaning of poetry, the second is about the elements of poetry, and the third is about the differences between alliteration and assonance. Okay, here we go. The first materials is about the meaning of poetry. Poetry is literary work in which written or spoken to give expression of feelings and ideas by using distinctive style and rhythm as a genre of literature. And this is the one example of poetry. Okay, the second is about the elements of poetry. There are 5 elements of poetry, including stanza, rhyme, repetition, rhythm, and imagery. And now I would like to explain about these elements. The first element is stanza. Stanza is a group of lines of poetry has own concept. Now we can see in this example of poetry, there are 5 stanza in this poetry. This is the stanza number 1, stanza number 2, stanza number 3, stanza number 4, and the last is stanza number 5. So this poetry has 5 stanza. And now number 2 is about rhyme. Rhyme is words with the same ending sounds. And for the example of the poetry, we can see in the stanza number 2. But the door was locked and the voice mocked. Lock and mock is same ending sounds. So this called rhyme. And for number 3 is repetition. Repetition is words or line that repeat. And for the example of this poetry, we can see in stanza number 1 is cry, no, cry, no. This is the words or lines that repeat. Cry, no, cry, no. And for stanza number 4, we can see snow, snow, and rain, rain. And for number 4 is rhythm. Rhythm is the pattern of sounds. It means that every poetry, not only this poetry, but every poetry has different pattern of sounds. And for the last is about imagery. Imagery is words that paint a picture in your mind. For the example of the poetry, we can see in stanza number 2, but the door was locked and the voice mocked. This sentence, or in these lines, we can imagine about someone who is mocked. Or we can imagine about a mood of someone. Or we can also imagine about the mockery. Okay. For the last materials is about the differences between alliteration and assonance. Alliteration. Alliteration is the repetition of consonant sounds, usually at the beginning of successive words. And usually alliteration available in tongue twister. but not only tongue twister. But this is the example of the tongue twister. She sells seashells by the seashore. And in this example of the poetry, we can see in the stanza number 1, there is alliteration. Cry no, cry no. And for stanza number 3, down, dive. And for stanza number 4, flowers, fire, snow, snow. She sat behind bar. Rain, rain. Okay. For the next is assonance. Assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds and usually at the beginning of suggestive words. For example, but in this poetry, we can find the assonance. So in this poetry, there is no assonance, but I still put the example in here. I got this example from another poetry. This is the example. Some people order old furniture from antique stores. The assonance is order old. Okay, I think that's all about materials today. Hoping those materials can help to improve your knowledge about literature. For the last, I would like to say thank you so much for watching this video. See you next time. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.